Let's start off with the 1919 Wheat Penny, the 1 cent coin. Alright, are you guys ready for the different prices? First, let's look at a 1919S. Now this is, not a low grade, but it's not a mint state grade. It's graded at about uncirculated 58, and this coin sold for around $50. But if we look at the same exact coin, the 1919S, but this is graded at a mint state 65 red. So if you're not familiar with red pennies versus brown pennies in terms of coin grading, definitely watch my whole video. I have a whole video on that on my channel. So here we go. If you guys are not familiar and you're new to coin collecting, the S mint mark is right there below the 1919 date. And this coin sold for over $23,000. $23,000. So that is a huge factor when determining a coin's value. Now if we look at a 1919D mint mark, now this again is graded at about uncirculated 58. It's going to be a brown penny. It only sold for a little over $50. But for this 1919D here, this coin sold for over $30,000. Again, it's graded at a mint state 67 red by PCGS. So very awesome coin there. Man, could you imagine selling a penny for that price? That would be incredible. For the 1919, now no mint mark, so Philadelphia mint, this is going to be graded at about uncirculated 55. The coin has been cleaned, of course, which will devalue the coin, and it only sold for around $20. But if we look at a 1919 high graded version of the coin, mint state 68 red, man, this thing is really clean right here. Very nice coin. This coin sold for over $18,000. But I'm going to show you different types of errors to look for on wheat pennies as well. So let's move on to the different types of errors on these wheat pennies. Up here is a 1915D Denver minted Lincoln wheat penny here. Now what makes this coin valuable is that it has an RPM. That means it has a repunched mint mark. So that D mint mark on the coin is repunched. Now here's an example of what a repunched mint mark can look like. This is actually on a 1927D wheat penny, but we're looking at the 1915D, so it could look a little different. You never know. Repunched mint marks vary based on many different things. But if you want to see your coins up close like this, you can get that coin microscope on couchcollectibles.com. Now this 1915 RPM here sold for a little over $50, but it doesn't have a high grade. It's only graded at a fine 12. So if this coin was graded at a really high grade, it's going to sell for a lot more money. Next up is a 1915S wheat penny here. Now this penny has a lower grade, so I'm going to show you a lower grade compared to a higher grade. Now it is graded at about uncirculated 58, so it's not like extremely low, but it's also not considered a mint state coin because mint state coins go from 60 to 70. This is graded at a 58, about uncirculated. So you will see the difference with what this will sell for in comparison to the next coin. Now this coin, because of its grade, sold for over $400. Now for the 1915S, they only did mint, they only made or produced 4.8 million of those coins. So keep that in mind as well. That is the lowest mintage of the 1915 penny. You got the 1915 no mint mark, the 1915D, and the 1915S. Now if we look at a high grade of the same exact coin, a 1915S, graded at a mint state 66, we're going from a $400 coin to a $46,000 coin. So this penny here sold for over $46,000 just because of that high grade. If we move on to the no mint mark 1915, this is graded at about uncirculated 58, just like the other one as well. Now they did make 29 million of these no mint mark pennies from 1915, so they made a lot more than the San Francisco minted penny. But this coin still sold for over $60, so not huge money. But if we go to the high graded version of this coin, a 1915 no mint mark, mint state 67 grade on this coin, this penny sold for over $20,000. $20,000. Now if we look at the 1915D Denver minted Lincoln wheat penny here, well again we got the same grade, AU58, so that's going to be the lower grade in comparison to the two that we're comparing here, and it sold for over $125. Now again, if we go to the high graded version of the 1915D, This one here is graded at a mint state 66. And this penny sold for over $23,000. This first image here shows you how many they actually made of each penny from 1952. So you see that they produced a lot of those coins, even for the no mint mark, the D mint mark, and the S mint mark. Now for the 1952 D, you want to look for two different things on these mint marks. So this first example here is an RPM, a repunched mint mark on the D mint mark. So if you guys want to see your coins up close like this, like I said, couchcollectibles.com, I have coin microscopes that allow you to see your coins up close like this, so be sure to go check those out. And also for the D mint mark, 1952 D, you also want to look for the D over the S mint mark, and we can see that S hiding right underneath there, and you can see it at the bottom of the D. So always look out for the D repunch mint mark, and this one here, the D over the S mint mark. Now this first one here is an example. It says OMM here on the coin slab, and that means over mint mark. It's graded by PCGS at a mint state 66. That's what the MS66 stands for. And this does have the D over the S mint mark. Now this 1952 penny, because of the high grade and because of the over mint mark, this penny sold for over $525. So people ask me what makes your coin valuable. I actually just uploaded a video on that, so go check it out on my channel. And moving right along to a 1952 D, again we have a very high graded coin here. This is graded at a mint state 67, and because of that high grade, this penny sold for over $2,200. Now for the 1952 S mint mark, San Francisco minted wheat penny here. This penny here, because of the high grade, sold for over $4,100. For the 1952 no mint mark penny, this penny here, again, an extremely high grade. If you guys are not familiar with coin grading, the coin grading scale only goes up to 70. I have whole coin grading videos on my channel, so be sure to go check those out. Just go to YouTube, type in Couch Collectibles coin grading, and you will find those videos. This penny here, because of the high grade, sold for over $6,400. Here is a stock image of the 1921 penny. This is the mintage for the 1921 S, so we can see that they produced a little over 15 million of those coins, and it says the value ranges anywhere from, like, you know, $1, $2 to $850. However, I'm going to show you the difference in prices from a high grade and a low grade here. So this isn't the lowest grade here. This is about uncirculated 58. So pretty decent condition on this 1921 S penny. However, it's not a mint stated graded coin or anything like that. But this coin here sold for over $250. Now here is a high graded 1921 S, a mint state 65. So the coin grading scale only goes up to 70. I have coin grading videos. Just go on YouTube, type in Couch Collectibles coin grading, and you will find those videos. Now this penny here sold for over $27,000 because of its high grade. Now these are going to be extremely hard to find. Probably not going to find these in circulation in 1921 S at a mint state 65, but hey, you never know what you can find. Always be on the lookout for errors and nice looking old coins like this. That's why I make videos. I show you guys what dates to look for, what errors to look for, in hopes of you guys finding a valuable coin in circulation. Now in 1921 they did not produce a Denver minted penny. So they only produced the 1921 no mint mark, which is the Philadelphia minted penny, and the 1921 S. So for the 1921 no mint mark, they produced a little over 39 million of those coins. So the 1921 S is definitely the one that is more sought after because they made a lot less of those. Now here's an example of a 1921 Lincoln penny that has an extremely high grade. It's graded at a mint state 68, and this penny here sold for over $55,000. $55,000. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.